What's going on, everyone? Dillon and Ryan back from Green Brothers Flying, back with another vlog. We just got down at the airport, really just filming a couple more intros for our videos. Today it's gonna be a little more different, different vlog. It's gonna be basically a drive with us vlog, but there is a purpose of this vlog, and usually with these vlogs we just talk and if there's something on our mind. And today, well, we're gonna talk about our school and our program and what Ron and I have done with the future. So, as many of you guys know, we go to Henderson State University and we're enrolled at the flight school there. It's a Part 141 school, and you go from your private to your multi-engine instructor with instruments, and you get your RATP at 1,000 hours. Well, both Ron and I came into their program with private pilot's licenses, and we did a few of their labs. Their commercial lab, we did their commercial one instrument lab, is when we just get up in their mall, which is their basic 4-seat trainer, and do maneuvers, basically learning the airplane. And then with our Com 2, what we do is we do cross countries. Well, with our time, both Ron and I are having 240-hour private pilots, going on 240 hours. And so basically, it all came down to we had enough experience and we didn't want to do the labs. In retrospect, we both have over 60 hours of cross-country time, which you only need 50 for an instrument rating. And we felt personally that it would just be wasting money if we did these cross countries. There'd be no point in them, and this, that, and the other thing. Henderson is a very controlled environment when it comes to their flight training, which they should, because there's a lot of student pilots out there who come in with 0 hours of flight time. And so, with that being said, I'm not really the controlling type of person. I don't like being controlled. I like doing whatever the hell I want to in it. In terms of retrospect, I like to get out and fly and do it my own way. And so basically Henderson sort of restricted that, saying no, you have to do it our way, this way, and da-da-da. And we have a new chief flight instructor, and so what we could get away with is we could bring a passenger that was in the aviation program with us on our cross countries. Now mind you, these are not short little 50-mile cross countries. These are 4 or 5 hour cross countries that if you don't bring someone with you, you are going to get tired. And both Ron and I can agree that after 2 hours of flight time, it gets pretty damn boring by yourself. So with the new chief flight instructor, you can't take anyone from the Henderson program with you flying. So that sort of bumps. And you can't even take anyone flying, really, because they say it's a liability issue. Now, there's two battles here. You can say, yeah, it is a liability issue, or no, it's not really a liability issue. But every single one of Henderson State University's flight students are on the same insurance, so really, in terms of retrospect, they're covered no matter who you take. The only problem I would see is if you don't take a Henderson State flying student. Now, of course, you may ask yourself, well, Dylan, you're ranting about a flight school that you like. Yeah, I like Henderson State fine, and you know, there's many, many, many great people in that program. I do think, however, there needs to be some changes within the program. Now, whether that's going to come or not, it probably isn't. But there is, as my dad says, there's always room for improvement. And yes, they could use some improvement with what they're lacking, in my opinion. So, that being said, with their labs are based upon having 0 flight hours coming into their program. Ron and I having 240, really, with already a private pilot's license and 60 hours, right, didn't seem the best for us to, I guess you could say, continue our training with that program. Now, before you say, well, you're just bashing them, I'm not bashing them. Everyone in that program, I get along with great. All the flight instructors, all the other pilots, all the staff, all the instructors, everyone within that program are great freaking people, mind you. You could go with them with any problems. Don't you agree, Ron? They are great people. I think that they just need to rewrite their curriculum on what I think best suits for a person with Ryan and I's experience. I don't personally think that we need to be doing 4, 5, 6 hour freaking cross countries when we have enough cross country time, especially coming from our background.
Like Dillon said, can I hop in here for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like Dillon said, a lot of these cross countries Henderson's making us do and come to, Dillon and I have already knocked them out. You know, there's cross countries where, you know, you have to go 150 nautical miles total, with one leg being 100 nautical miles and the other leg being 50 nautical miles. Well, shoot, me and Dillon have done that like 2 or 3 times already on our own. Why would we go do that from a Henderson standpoint when we've already spent the money doing that on our own? It's not even, you know, I mean, I'm trying not to bash, but it's like, you know, do I continue doing these cross countries and wasting money
and not learning
that
anything.
I've already done
and not learning anything?
And not learning anything. Or do I quit, or do I stop there at this point and do it, you know, on my own?
Part
61 with the crush and, like, you know, knock a whole bunch of this stuff out. You know, it's just not, you know, the labs and, you know, the things that need changing. It also has to do with money. I mean, I'm not going to get into specifics, but, you know, Dillon and I figured out that we can save, you know, a lot more money doing it part 61 with the cross countries we've already done that Henderson is making us do again, then, you know, go down there and do them for the, like, 4th or 5th time.
It comes down to the fact that Ron and I are not learning anything that we haven't done on ourselves.
Exactly. That's what it comes down to.
It's almost like teaching a dog a trick that he already knows. It's redundancy, it's stupid, and it's a waste of time. I'm gonna be frank and honest about it. That program, once I said, is a guide for 0 hours to 1,000 hours.
Someone that comes in with 200.
I have a lot of great people that don't have any hours flight training, and those cross countries are for them for their commercial rating, because the next step you do after your commercial cross country is actually your instrument, which again builds time for your commercial rating, which for a commercial rating you have to have 250 hours in an instrument rating. So it would be unethical for both Ron and I to do that, since we already have 240 hours. It would be unethical, waste time, and honestly something that we don't need to do. We have enough experience. Now, I don't know how to put this. It's just something that's not really meant for Ryan and I. And, you know, Henderson is a great program. They've got excellent people there, and I really do encourage anyone to come there and study aviation, you know, and get their 1,000 hours, become an airline pilot. I really do, because, you know, flight instructors, airplanes, everyone there is top notch. Just don't judge it based off on our experience, because it was just to the point where we could save a lot more money if we did it on our own versus if we had to go through their curriculum. And with that being said, we're working on our instrument rating right now, and we decided to do that back where we live, just to save money and to find an instructor that will actually teach us to do it instead of having Henderson teach it for us. Now, both Ron and I have a good friend who's a flight instructor there, and, you know, he's a great guy, one of the best instructors there. And so, you know, it just comes down to, you know, what you prefer, right? They expect you to do 17 lessons in 17 weeks, which is virtually impossible. Because, you know, where we live, the weather changes every 15 days, literally.
Arkansas.
But, yeah, pretty much. I mean, and this is no way of bashing, it's just what my thoughts and feelings are and where we stand. Because I know a lot of people are wondering, what's next for you guys? What are you going to accomplish next? And so, I don't want anyone that's thinking about going to Henderson State to not look away from me, because it is a great school. There's great people, and you should definitely go there. I'm just saying, from where we are at, it's not the best suited for us at this point. Now, we both are hoping once we get our instrument rating, we can go back and fly and do our commercial rating, right? It's just at this point, it's just too slow, and we're not getting anything accomplished for us. And I want to be always learning new stuff, new techniques, become a better pilot. and those cross countries were not teaching me anything. So that's why we sort of decided to put our flying on hold at Henderson State and sort of focus on our academics and boosting our GPA and social life and stuff like that. Some days you just got to put sometimes you got to put your priorities straight, and if it's flying that comes last, it's flying that comes last. That's just how it goes.
School and academics is always first.
Absolutely. And so
flying can take a back seat.
And so with that being said, we're not totally leaving Henderson State. We're still going to go there for our academics and everything, and we still live there on campus and the whole shebang. We are just not involved in the flight program as is right now. And in the near future, once we get our instrument rating and everything, we hope we are going to come back and continue and further our knowledge in aviation and flight training at Henderson State. So with that being said, I hope this clears everything up about who we are, what we are, what's going on in our lives, because some days it's just like that. Life is complicated. But we are planning on returning to Henderson State whenever we get our instrument rating, which we hopefully shortly, and continue our training there and finish it up. Ron, you have anything else to add?
Nope. Watch for some videos in the next 2 weeks.
Shameless
I'm gonna try and me and Dillon are headed out to Phoenix to meet somebody, some people.
I'm gonna bring the GoPro to do that.
In the airline industry, and see if we can get an interview or two with them.
But with that being said, guys, shameless plug here, just because it's our YouTube channel. Snapchat, Green Dot Flying 2. Facebook, Green Brothers Flying. We don't have a Twitter yet. Instagram, Green Brothers Flying official. Make sure you find the official page. And yeah,
and we got a giveaway coming up.
Giveaway.
I'll try and put this video up tonight, and to win, go follow our Instagram page. I'll be in the link in the description, and go look at the recent story and comment on it and the picture, and then you'll be entered.
Yep.
In the giveaway.
Entered in the giveaway. With that being said, I've covered everything. Have you covered everything?
I have covered everything.
You want to do the outro?
No, you can.
All right, guys. Well, once again, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for listening, watching, spending like 13 minutes with us, and have a great day, and blue skies.